So, Stephen, we're used to lots of drone announcements at CES, and Sony, of all players, this year had a drone announcement. Why don't you tell me about that?
Well, this drone announcement, as I found out behind the scenes, it was actually something that they announced back at CES 2020. You remember the car that they brought out? The footage that they had shot with it was actually shot by a prototype of the Airpeak drone that was announced officially at CES 2021. So that was the drone that was chasing the vehicle through all the tunnels, through all the roads and everything like that. So that was the first images of what that drone could do using one of the Sony Alpha cameras. So the reason why this drone is kind of special and but still needs to find its place is because it's able to have a Sony Alpha mirrorless camera mounted directly to it, and it can handle that payload. Now, we don't know any additional specs other than the fact that it is completely capable of handling a payload with a large lens, and the fact that it has retractable landing gear that will get out of the way of the gimbal when it's in operation, and the fact that it's fast because it was able to chase an electric car. It's probably going to be very expensive. Um,
Yeah, I mean, this won't be targeted at consumers for sure. This will be for your professional videographers and even film production crews probably as well.
Yeah, like it's kind of a strange drone, and I'll tell you why. I've spoken to some people in the film industry, and what they're kind of confused about this drone because it's not professional enough for full film productions, mainly because it doesn't have a lot of the features that they're looking for right now. But it's also at the same time it's too expensive for hobbyists. They're using the Sony Alpha cameras, so it's really in kind of a weird spot.
The prosumer, but not so much.
Yeah, the not yeah yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of a weird spot.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because Sony's kind of been dominating in the mirrorless camera space for a while. That they would also come up with something like this because they're competing with, DJI,
Yes.
to find that sort of that niche space, like you said, it's kind of prosumer, not really. It's definitely high end consumer if it's
Yeah.
consumer at all, but it probably isn't for the hobbyist photographer or videographer.
No, definitely not. But like having said that, though, it's an interesting space. But I would love to see them actually do this instead. I would love to see them create drones that are smaller, but also using a lot of the technology that I know they're capable of with smaller sensors and better performance, have something that meets the needs of a lot of the drone flyers currently that are having problems with getting licensing, maybe perhaps, or are running afoul of the law in Canada where they can't fly it. Something that's 249 grams that has great stability, maybe 20 to 30 minutes of battery life, and just takes awesome video thanks to the sensor technology in the Alpha. That would be a very interesting space, and I think that I would probably pick up something like that. It would be a lot less, how should I say, um, hard to carry around with you.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and the reality is most of our smartphones these days actually has a Sony sensor in them, powering their cameras. So it would make sense that they could do something small, kind of like a Mavic Mini uh, size device that's all integrated Sony optics, which would be really cool.
Yeah, but it's their first one, so it'll be interesting to see what they bring out next.
We hope you enjoyed the CES coverage. Stephen, where can they go to get more information about what we're doing and all our coverage?
You should go to getconnectedmedia.com. That's where we're going to be posting additional content and coverage from the show. Plus, we've got contributors putting new content there every single day. And if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you know when our next video publishes. And if you didn't like this video, make sure that you set the playback speed to 75%.